this year also feels like it's been so incredibly long.
Woof.
Hi everyone. Bear with me because I had a very enjoyable Christmas and I'm kind of losing my voice. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's the end of the year. This is the color of the year. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I'm so bad at making video. I'm doing my annual favorites video. I've literally only done this like last year and I had so much fun doing it, except I went back to watch it and it's so cringe. Ew. I'm just like, and my favorite song this year. It's so bad. I'm just going to get started. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. So we're going to be starting with beauty products. All this mess back here is the stuff, so ignore it. First thing is this mixing palette that I use to mix my eyeliners. I got these from Glamvice, but they changed their name to something else, and I do this every time I mention it. I'll just put it on the screen. It comes with like a spatula, which I wish it was more of a spoon. It's like a paint palette. After I bought it, when I had it for a while, I realized I could have just used a paint palette. When I ordered that, I remember getting this ink blot Duraline, and I honestly did not use this for a couple months when I got it, but I've been using it the past few months and I've been obsessed. It's like halfway used. The look that I have on today, I'm still trying to figure out how to make it more of like an eyeshadow. Another thing, I've been doing this recently, literally since like this past school semester started, is this cream freckle pen. I really like how they turned out today. I don't think it's perfect, but I really like how they turned out today. I like it better than like just using like eyeshadow and it smudging and getting everywhere and messing up. I definitely want to try out like other brands. It also has a heart stamp, which I've never used. Next, these are still in their little boxes. These are the ColourPop Animal Crossing eyeshadow collection. I'm obsessed with these because they come with pressed glitters, and I really love pressed glitter. I also just love the colors. Like this has this gorgeous lavender satin color, and this has like this very beautiful teal color. The next product is my Trixie Mattel Mod About You blush palette. I love orange blush. I really wish, I can get like all the Trixie Mattel blush palettes, but I don't need them. But I just had to get this because I'm obsessed with orange blush, as I'm not wearing orange blush today. I really don't even wear it that much. I also don't really like the highlighter because it's not like shimmery. It's very basic. So the next section is like fashion. First thing I want to share are these claw clips. Claw clips just in general have been popping lately. I got these from Etsy like a year or less ago. I felt like it was hard to find nice big claw clips like they used to be back in the day. See, I used to have one, just that hair brand, I forgot what it's called, I'll pop it up on the screen, and I left it at like a hotel or something and it was giant. I don't want to make it sound like I'm like, well, I wore that trend before I was trendy, but like I've always really loved claw clips because I hate wearing my hair up. I had a pack of colorful ones when my hair was shorter, but now I have to use ones like these size. These are from the same Etsy shop. I think it's called Love Lena. My hair's also getting so long, you guys. I don't even know what to do with that. Staying on the realm of accessories, I've been loving different jewelry. I've also been loving like making my own jewelry. So I have this fun necklace that I made. This one I made over the summer, and these earrings I made. They say slay. I'm wearing some fun rings. Yeah, this one was sent to me by someone who follows me, a follower. They sent me some rings that they made. I don't know if they still follow me. I got a pack of rings, a bunch of rings from Shein. Another accessory, I guess, my Telfar bag. I love it. It's my school bag. It's so amazing. This is a medium one. I also have the UGG one in small, and I'm getting the lavender one in small. I really only have one like clothing item that I really loved were these Levi jeans that I got. They're the Levi high-waisted crop flare. I think they're like the perfect jeans for me. I wore them to Six Flags when I went to Six Flags Christmas week with my cousins, which you would know if you followed me on TikTok or Twitter or on Instagram. So follow me on those social media platforms. The next, God, I don't know why I'm showing this. I thrifted one of these white undershirts, also known as wife beaters, but I don't like calling them that. Last week when I went to Six Flags with my cousins, I didn't have anything to wear and I thought it was going to be 85 degrees. So I bought a pack of them because I wanted to crop it and I didn't want to borrow my brother's because I was like, ew, I hate long shirts. I'm gonna bedazzle them, I'm gonna embroider them, and it's gonna say slayification, and I'm gonna crop it, okay? Because why are these shirts so long? I also been loving Parade. Parade underwear. Do I show my underwear on the internet? Been loving them so much. I finally got to try them this year because they did send me some of their stuff and I'm so grateful for that. And I really, really love them. I know lots of people, I know they've gotten like some complaint that like it's like cheap material, blah, blah, blah. But like I got some of it for free and lots of it's discounted. But it's just so soft and so comfortable. Like the band is the perfect width. It's not digging in. Non-spawn. I have a code. I don't remember it. You could use it if it's your first purchase. I don't know if it even still works. Okay, and then the last fashion clothing item are my platform Crocs, which are downstairs. I'm not gonna bring them upstairs to show you, but I'll insert a clip. I'm obsessed with my Crocs. I have so many little, what are they called? Gibbets? I just call them charms, and I'm obsessed with them. So many people are like, these are the coolest Crocs I've ever seen. And that sounds like an exaggeration, but literally I was at the mall Christmas shopping with my mom, and this girl turned to her mom and said, I love her shoes. And I turn to her and I say, thank you. And she looks at me like, it's because I have this giant Lisa Frank charm. Okay, on to my YouTubers category. I was thinking of making this like an, I don't know, influencers category. So the YouTubers I've been loving this year also feels like it's been so incredibly long, but I really liked Tori Kaputsin. I don't know how to say her name. And Uncarly. I've liked this Canadian YouTuber Neil. I think that's how you pronounce their name. And then Chloe Philopoulos. How do I know how to pronounce Chloe Philopoulos? Because she said her name. I don't know. And Ariel McKenna. I've been really enjoying them. I've been really getting into like book YouTube, although I don't really read too much because I have like 8 books I have to read for each of my classes. I would love to read. Okay, next shows. I watched Grace and Frankie and then Sex and the City at the beginning of the year because one of my classes was called Anthropology of the Life Cycle, and so I knew at the end of the semester we would have to write a paper on ageism on screen. And so I started watching Grace and Frankie because it had been on my list, and then I saw clips from Sex and the City, so I said I might as well start watching it. I didn't binge Sex and the City all at once. I thought it was interesting, but it didn't really interest me enough. And so I kind of spread it out evenly. I really enjoyed it. I really want to watch it again. And as for the sequel series, the spin-off, I guess, I'm not too big of a fan of it, but I'm still watching it. And then another show that I really loved, Don't Laugh at Me, is Emily in Paris. I knew there were some like mixed reviews on it, like lots of people really hating it. That's not really mixed reviews, but lots of people really did not like it. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna watch it, and then one day I was literally just like procrastinating. I said, let me throw it on, and I watched it all in one night, and I really liked it. I thought it was so funny because it's kind of like portrayed, like I can't tell if it's anti-French or anti-American, but it's definitely portrayed to make Emily look so dumb for not understanding French culture. I don't know if I explained that well. Then another show I really liked was WandaVision, which I forgot came out this year. I like superheroes, I like Marvel, and I really, really like kind of this different side of it where you're not necessarily seeing the superhero fighting crime, fighting the bad guy. It's just something different. I also really like it because it was like kind of playing on like sitcoms and sitcoms through different decades, like a 50s sitcom, 60s sitcom, and I just thought it was so beautiful. It was so fun to watch that. Moving on to movies. I really don't watch that many movies the year they come out because I usually just wait until it's on streaming. And then especially this year, the movies I wanted to mention are Plan B, which is this amazing kind of coming of age story, which I felt like didn't get enough recognition. It's on Hulu. Basically, these girls need to get the Plan B pill, and all this commotion that occurs, and I thought it was really funny. And that's kind of like this sad, unfortunate genre of like teenagers going on road trips for abortions or something. Yeah, this one was my favorite of that genre. There's only 3. And then Spencer, which I saw in theaters. I love Princess Diana. I'm kind of obsessed with Princess Diana. I consider myself an amateur Princess Diana expert. When I went in to see the movie, I didn't really know much about it, so I was kind of taken aback of what it actually was, but I thought it was very beautiful and very interesting, and Kristen Stewart did really good. Hopefully she gets an Oscar. You can follow me on Letterboxd for actual movie reviews. Oh shoot. Some other movies I watched this year was Sound of Metal. I think it came out in 2019, but it wasn't on streaming until late 2020. So I watched it at the very beginning of this year. Like, I think it's a really amazing movie. I think it's a really great story. It is about this drummer who's losing his hearing, and he kind of just is coping with that. It's really sad, but really good. The next movie is Brigsby Bear, which came out, I think, in like 2016. It stars, and I think it's written by Kyle Mooney, who's on SNL, and I've always been obsessed with him. Like, since he was on SNL, I thought he was so funny, and I had this little Brigsby Bear postcard poster in my room for a while, but I had never watched it. So I literally just one day was like, I need to watch this. And it's so incredible, so whimsical and fun and funny. I'm obsessed with it. And then I also wanted to include, since I watched so many movies, 141 films I've seen this year. So I wanted to pop up a bunch of other films I really enjoyed this year that maybe might be older, or I don't know, a bunch of other films. Music. The first album I'm going to talk about is Taylor Swift's re-recording of Red. This is a hefty record. It's not open. I love the re-recording of Red more than the original album, which I'm kind of surprised by because it was like my favorite before. She just improved on a few songs and then added some really incredible vault tracks. Anyway, so my favorite songs, I wanted to do some favorite tracks. Obviously I've heard like all of these, so it's mainly the vault tracks. Like Better Man, I love that song so much, and hearing Taylor's version, her singing it, is really cool. And I used to, in high school, literally listening to that song and like yearn, even though I did not relate to it one bit. I love this album because I love to yearn, and I love love. Don't tell anyone. Next, Solar Power by Lorde. Finally got a Lorde album, you guys. I love this album so much. Well, I know lots of people did not like Solar Power though. To each their own. Feels exactly like what being in like the age range of like 23 to like 25 is like. I'm literally only 23, but because I'm about to mention astrology, because when you turn 23, that's your 12th house perfection year, and it's like a big deal, and you feel like weird, and I do, and I just feel like she just gets what I'm feeling. Couldn't wait to turn 15, and you blink and it's been 10 years. Growing up a little at a time than all at once. I'm getting chills. It's probably just a headache. The next album is A Touch of the Beat Gets You Up on Your Feet and Out and Then Into the Sun by Ali and AJ. Oh my god. Halfway through the year I was like, oh, there's not that many albums that like I'm obsessed with this year. That album, I love it. So fun. It kind of has the same feeling as Solar Power. I really like it. I like bops. Literally gorgeous. And the last album that came out this year that I've really been loving is Blue Banisters by Lana Del Rey. She also released Chemtrails this year, and I wasn't that big of a fan of Chemtrails, but I was like, whatever, it's good, I guess. I thought it was rushed, but a lot of the songs on this album were like unreleased songs that she kind of compiled, and only like 2 or 3 were new. The first ones that she actually put out were new. Beautiful album. It's really sad, however. But yeah, Blue Banisters is now in my top 3 of Lana Del Rey albums. My top 3: Norman effing Rockwell, Ultraviolence, and Blue Banisters. This video is getting kind of long. Another album I wanted to mention, because in my mind, for some reason, I thought this album came out this year. It did come out last year, but on Spotify it says it came out this year because they added bonus tracks. It's Woman in Music Part 3 by Haim. Haim? I always thought it was Haim. I think it's Haim. I love this album so much. I think they just have the perfect sound. Two more albums that I liked, I won't go too in depth with them, are Montero by Lil Nas X and Sling by Clairo. Still on music, but more into songs. I wanted to kind of delve into my Spotify Wrapped and mention some songs that were on there. So I'm going to mention a few songs that were on there and some songs I'm loving right now. My number one song was Pretty Boys by The Neighborhood. The next song, I was surprised this was in my top 5, was Chemtrails Over the Country Club, the title track from the album by Lana Del Rey. I didn't really like it that much. Honestly, from that album, I had other favorites, and then Cowboy Like Me by Taylor Swift from Evermore, which is also one I'm surprised by. I would have thought like maybe Tolerate It. Across the Universe, the Fiona Apple cover, because I watched Pleasantville this year and I really loved it. Not like the movie, the song. The movie was okay, but I really liked her cover. Instant Crush by Daft Punk featuring Julian Casablancas. And then 2 songs I'm really liking right now on my on repeat are What If I Loved You by Gatlin, which I heard on TikTok, and then Me and You Together by the 1975. And then I just wanted to add like some miscellaneous things. I've really been enjoying my Nespresso machine. I got an espresso for Christmas last year. I've really been enjoying Depop. I've been using Depop a lot recently, like buying stuff. Definitely gonna do a closet clean out in the next few days. So check out my Depop because I'll have stuff on there. I've also been really obsessed with incense. That is my 2021 favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed and had a fun time watching this video. I'm so sorry if this video is way too long. Oopsie. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. Tell me what videos you would like to see me do in 2022. Oh, where's my headband? I'm feeling 2022. I will be filming and putting out my 2022 mood board, dream board, manifestations video. I think those are really fun. Manifestation is really nice. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.